Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the director of the Wayfarers League. Last week, the Everchosen stream had some technical issues at the very beginning, so I'm here to bring some announcements. If you have never seen us before, wayfarersleague.com is the best place to go to find out everything about us. We have live streams every week. We have the Everchosen campaign on Twitch, as well as GM's chat on Sundays at 4 p.m. That show is one that I run with other GMs in the Wayfarers League, where we talk about all things tabletop role-playing games. You can bring questions, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. We also have our Homebrew Lab stream every other Tuesday. We have games that are open and available to play for free. So you can come and join us on that. Join our Discord server. We also have a merch store where you can buy all sorts of fun stuff. We have a Redbubble shop, and I've just opened a cotton cart shop for UK buyers, so then it's a bit cheaper for all of you for t-shirts and things. Oh yes, we have one thing that's actually very exciting, is that we've recently put out our very first zine for Homebrew Labs. So all the stuff we made for the very first season is 5 different categories: a monster, a magic item, a spell, a setting, and an encounter. And you can now purchase that as a PDF format in our store on our website. So you can use that content in your own games at home, which would be awesome, because we were very proud of putting all that together. And I think that might be it for now. Wayfarersleague.com. You can find games, information about who we are, our stream schedule, and what those shows are, as well as links to our merch store and our shop. So please now enjoy the Everchosen campaign.
Let's go into the recap. So last time out, our boy Hubert wanted to continue his quest to find a home for the orphan children of Burgate. And as he woke up early to go out and find a cave, as his bright idea was that since he grew up in a cave, caves are a good place to raise children. He left. Leaving town, he did indeed find one, and he began to convert it, though he didn't get very far and decided that he might need help from his friends. So heading back to town, on his way he met a strange pale-faced girl who seemed to have lost her way. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, having missed Hubert's very early wake up, went looking for him, and on their way out of the city bumped into Hubert and this strange girl who introduced herself as Silence, and she seemed to be looking for a mysterious antiquity dealer whose shop was said to be in the woods just outside of the city. She was heading there when she got lost, and then jumped by a goblin who stole her bag and all of her things, and she seemed very distressed. The group, mainly led by Hubert, decided to help out this mysterious stranger, and using a map that Silence had procured, tracked down the goblin to a strange shack in the middle of a slightly marshy area of the woods. The shack appeared empty at first, and inside you found chests full of strange and disgusting things. A jar full of what seemed like human teeth. There were eyes in jars. And as you kind of continued deeper into this house, you found, sleeping in front of a fire, this hunched hag. Waking the hag up and killing her, you found Silence's things, picked up some gift for her party and yourselves, before returning to the city of Burgate and bidding Silence farewell as she headed back to her own travelling group that was staying in the town of Deerstark. We pick things up sort of that evening. You guys have returned to the Honourable Vagrant where you are staying. What would you guys like to do?
So, first of all, I just realized that I don't think any of our mics were on for the entire introduction.
Cool!
So,
Oh no.
I might have to record something to edit in for when we put this one on YouTube.
Cool.
My
were
system completely reset and everything was turned off, and I didn't.
Were they on for the recap? Please tell me
They were on for the recap. They were on. For
Okay.
I turned
That's
them
fine.
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Oh, thank goodness.
I turned them on.
I'm not
just
drunk
about,
enough for this.
We're all professionals here.
Just about
Yeah.
when we started to, just about when we finished talking about the magazine, I realized that none of the mics were on.
Okay.
That's gonna look awkward.
Yeah,
That's
that-
all good.
That's fine. We'll edit something in.
Hey everyone, can you tell that we are professionals at this?
Move along, nothing to see.
I don't know if
here.
I'm laughing or crying at this.
Look, I had to.
I'm
reset,
laughing at
20
this.
minutes.
That's
I had to reset everything twice today. I'm very tired.
you know,
And then-
Isabel, laugh crying is kind of like my perpetual state at the moment. It's
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So we're sat in the Honourable Vagrant.
yes, you are all sat in the Honourable Vagrant after a long day of travelling in and out of this wood and your fight with this hag.
Okay.
Some of you picked up some interesting items. Some of you just wanted to leave the hag hut.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Hubert now feels the Hag Hut is the place for the orphans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
Oh
remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing
what he
like a
thought.
terrifying old lady place. For,
None of
for
you know
kids.
that that's what he's thinking.
Hubert needs
Can I
to.
look-
Hubert needs to tell us his plans because if hags are from the Nine Hells, if I'm not mistaken, and night hags are anyway, and if you kill them, they just return to the Nine Hells and recorporate into a new body. At which point the night hag will probably come back and go back to the house where it was staying. And if it finds children there, those children will die.
See, I'm
Oh,
not the
free
only
lunch.
one
Yeah,
making
but
orphans.
Hubert doesn't know that.
Hubert doesn't
Hubert-
know that, which is why Hubert needs to tell us his plans.
Well, the thing is everyone stops his plans.
Yes, because of stuff like that.
There are reasons to this. And by everyone, it's usually Marina and Kez because they're sensible.
Maybe he'll tell John his plans.
Fun.
Oh, no.
Kev doesn't
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
not an equally
That's-
stupid plan.
That's a great idea. Anyway,
Kev
what are
doesn't
you
know
guys
how to
doing
come
with
from
your
the Nine Hells.
evening?
Go for it.
I am absolutely exhausted after all that. But so I'm pretty much just gonna go straight to bed, I think. I don't know what you guys want to do. Tomorrow we don't is there anything that we need to do in the city now?
Have I collected my stuff? Did we collect
No,
it?
your stuff will be
Okay.
ready the next day.
Yeah.
Excellent,
and
that's
then-
all I need to do then.
And then she was going to do my bow after doing Maris.
Yeah,
Oh,
so Maris, you've technically you can pick your stuff up the next morning. Kez will have to wait an extra day to pick his stuff up.
Something Maris should probably know as well is that while you were not here last time, we
Oh,
found
yeah.
out what the Wonder Parties did, and you were a very willing test subject.
Oh,
You're very willing test subject.
It was Fergus's fault. It was a dice roll, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you blaming me? It wasn't my fault. You were the one that used the ones of party.
You were the one who said it was on Maris.
Oh, thanks.
That's because Maris wasn't here.
Go away for one.
Fergus, you're the one who gave her the Wonder Party.
Yeah, that
this
was a
is- this is
mistake.
all
on
you. Rolled Maris' wisdom save.
You didn't have to buy the wonder parties.
But I did.
No,
Does, by the way, does the
no,
likelihood
no.
of exploding reset every day, or does it just continue until it's 100%?
You don't know.
For fuck's sake.
You don't know.
No.
Just keep using it till it explodes. You like
Yeah,
fire,
that's
so it
probably-
shouldn't matter.
You said to me several times, Fergus, that you said to me, why did I give 3 wands? Why do I keep doing this? And I keep telling you, why do you do it? Stop
Technically, the
doing
previous
it.
one, the previous one was a rod, not a
Cause-
wand.
cause it's
Rod,
fun.
wand, yeah. It is.
No, I have different things now.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's fun.
Anyways, so Maria's just gonna say, if all we've got to do tomorrow is to pick up your guys' stuff from whoever you've left them with, may I suggest that we maybe decide where we're gonna head next? Like, we've got this list of cultist locations. We should maybe kind of decide which one we're gonna head to next and start making some more progress, because we haven't really done anything with the cult since
Since we were in Riss.
Yeah.
It was race.
Riss was the last place we were, and
Yep.
that was a while ago. So yeah, I was thinking maybe we should probably start making moves on our next thing, because
Yes.
we don't know
Yes.
what clock we're on, but we know we're on one, and when that clock timer hits 0, it's real bad.
Just saying, if it hits 0 and we haven't killed them all, I'm switching to their side.
Yeah. It's
No.
proper end of the world. Skies raining blood. Dogs mating with cats. General dismay.
I want to live in that world. That sounds more fun.
And I, for 1 minute, do not believe that you would ever turn against us, Frey.
Oh, you foolish child.
Nope, I know you so well at this point that there is no way you would ever betray me.
Hey, just because you know that one thing that we're not going to talk about doesn't mean you know me, okay?
Frey.
What thing?
It's not.
Shut up, John.
I wasn't even talking about that. You love us, and we love you, and you will never betray us. And you saying that you will is just you kidding yourself. And with that, Marina steps up and goes to bed.
Sometimes Marina reminds me of one H. Granger.
Yeah, I mean, she is literally based on that character. So, I mean, look at the image of her. It's just the big bushy hair. That is 100% H. Granger.
Marina, just remind me again. You share a room with Free, don't you?
I
Oh, God.
usually do, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're the only 2 girls in the party.
Yep. So as you enter your room, you see that there is a note on Free's bed.
Oh, what now?
Oh, God.
Is it sealed or is it?
It is, yes.
Ooh.
What the fuck is this?
I don't
Did you go
know.
with? I just want to know if Marina's alone in the room and is gonna do something.
I guess I'm gonna just sit there and wait for Frey.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
So-
I'm not gonna open her note and violate her privacy, but
Okay.
just. God damn it, Frey! What have you done now?
Okay. What's the rest of the party doing?
Hubert's
afraid for-
thinking.
Hubert's thinking.
Oh God!
I'm just
no.
gonna
Okay.
start
Come on,
writing
we've gotta move
Fergus.
this
what-
story along.
Okay. Cool.
Gosh.
Hubert's thinking.
2 days later.
Never years.
I'm sorry, that was me.
That is all. Hubert is thinking.
Hubert is thinking.
Kez might go to the library and pick up a book on artificing for dummies.
Oh, that's a good point. What time is it?
It's about 7
In the evening. I'm gonna go to the temple.
Okay. So, Kez goes to the library to pick up a book, and Hubert goes to the temple. I'm guessing John, Marisk, and Free are all sitting in the Honourable Vagrant drinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I'm slightly concerned. I'm still slightly nervous to go out because I haven't got my favourite weapon at the moment. So I'm
Fair
like,
enough. No.
don't want to get in any shit.
Frey's actually probably gonna head up to her room early-ish without getting too drunk because she wants to look through her what is it, the Tome of Necromancy that is actually fake but she doesn't know.
Oh yeah. The
I see what you can do
the
with
book
that.
that Silence gave you.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
On John's gonna drink and chat with Marisk.
Okay. John and Marisk are chatting. Let's do Frey and Marina next. So Frey, as you enter, you see the same thing that Marina saw, placed on your bed is a sealed letter.
Marina's just sat there with the De Silva notebook open and just kind of looks over and goes, "Something you want to say?"
Oh, you writing me letters now? Oh, you still won't make me like you anymore.
No, I didn't leave that. Someone else did, and that usually means something bad.
Oh. What the fuck? Did you not see who left it?
No, it was here when I got here.
Oh god. She sort of takes her staff and like pokes at the letter from a distance.
Okay. So letter.
Okay. She'll sort of cross the room very like slowly and carefully, pick it up and start to open it.
Okay. As you recognize the seal.
Oh god, who was it?
On the seal, stamped, is the symbol of a hand clutching a coin.
Oh fuck. I'm guessing that's who I think it is.
It's definitely their mark.
Oh god. Okay, she opens it quickly. She needs to know what this says.
Okay. It says this. I will post it to you.
I'm legitimately scared right now.
Did you get it?
Is this on Discord?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, sorry, it's in Discord.
Back in a sec.
So, while
Oh no! Oh god, no.
you recognize the handwriting as well.
Okay, do I recognize the name?
Yes, you do. You definitely recognize the name. You know he is. He was basically your superior. He was the guy that was in charge.
Oh no. The funny thing is it took me a minute to recognize my own name in that, but you know. Okay, Frey just starts like mildly shaking and sitting on her bed.
Okay, so what's this about?
I can't even. No, I can't tell you.
Frey.
But basically, I'm gonna die. So yeah,
No,
that's fun.
What? Okay, no, you need to tell me what's this letter? I'm gonna try and take the letter.
Okay.
She's probably too freaked out to even stop her.
Okay, you grab the letter, written in handwriting that gives the air that it's somebody that isn't educated very well, but wants to give off the air that they are very well educated. It's kind of overly flowing but kind of messy at the sides. And it reads this, and I will post it in your Discord.
You're so evil.
I'm not evil. He is. He's definitely evil.
Okay. And okay, so this person wants to kill you?
I very much would think so, yeah.
Okay.
That's what happens when you fuck over a mafia boss.
Right. Okay. Well, no. Okay. So we can deal with this. So, all right. Do you have anything that you keep with you from back then?
No, I got rid of it all. I don't want any association with those.
So you got no physical objects from back then. That makes that a lot easier. Okay. In which case, I need to do something.
If you're thinking we can get out of this with some magic or whatever, that's not going to work. These people have been tracking me for years. I don't know how they found me up here. It must have been those bloody recruits we saw in that pub. I tried so hard to be careful as well. Didn't go anywhere near them. They still fucking found me. Yes, I'm aware this is a lie.
Nope, it's fine.
You don't remember.
Nope.
No, she has no idea.
All right, this is no. We can deal with this. Like I said, we can deal with this. How much gold do you have left over?
A few hundred, I guess.
Okay, that should be fine. I've got a couple of hundred as well. So tomorrow, when the guys are going to get their stuff, we're going to head down to the magic shop. We're going to see if we can get you an Amulet of Non-Detection. It's not a super rare item. It's like it's just an uncommon item, so we should be able to afford that, and that will prevent them from using any divination magics against you, so that they can't detect you there. We maybe want to go and take you then to a tailor's or a barber's as well, and maybe try and change your appearance up a bit so that they won't as easily recognize you. And
But don't you realize they have scouts everywhere? They're going
doesn't matter.
to find me.
Don't care. We are going to fix
Don't
this.
care about my hair or my appearance or whatever. They can always find me through these. And she takes the cloak off and shows the brands for what is probably the first time that anyone's really seen them.
So
right. That's what the amulet's for. It's going to stop them from doing that.
It's not magic. It's just bloody obvious. A reminder of my place in this world or whatever.
We keep those covered. Look, I'm not going to let them take you away, and I'm not going to let them find you, so we're going to do this, and we're going to make it work, and we're going to make it happen, okay?
Well, your funeral. If you want to come with me and, die together, then fine.
She's just going to take Frey's hand and just like, Frey, look, I know you're doing your defensive thing where you start acting like all blasé about things that really matter to you and really scare you, and you gotta stop doing that now, because this is going to be serious. If this is what these people are and they're very dangerous, then we got to take this seriously, and we're going to take these precautions, and we're going to make sure that they can't track you and they can't find you.
Look,
and if they do, we'll deal with it then, but we got to make it as difficult for them as possible.
Yeah, I'm not against that, but this is what... How long has she been running from this? 5 years? I can't remember.
Yeah, a little over. Well, I thought it was a little over 2 years.
I can't remember. Okay.
Hold on. Let me double check.
I wrote this down at some point, but I can't remember.
I've got it. Let me double check my notes. Oh yeah, no, 5 years. You were right. 5 years.
Okay.
Look, I've been trying to get away from these people for 5 years. I've been running from bloody Ruscombe, trying to get away from them, and it's not what I'm doing. It isn't defensive or blasé. It's realistic.
Oh,
I always knew at some point I was gonna die because of these people, and so what? Maybe I don't really believe in any of this crap, but maybe I'll be reunited with the one person I ever actually loved.
Well, I mean, hurtful, but I know you're just saying that, and no, okay, you gotta stop being so fatalistic about this and realize that you're not on your own anymore, and you have people here who care about you, who want to help. So where is this like thing leading you to? They say like they want you to come home. Where is home?
I assume it means they want me to come back to Ruscombe.
So they want you to go towards Ruscombe. Okay.
Hence why I'm up here, the other end of the continent.
Okay, so we got options. Because if we stay up here, then we just stay on the run. Or we can start making our way towards them and take the fight to them.
I mean, I'd love to get my hands around that bloody guy's throat, but I don't see how the 6 of us are going to take down an entire, like, well-armed drug ring.
Frey, the 6 of us are taking down an entire cult. With demons in the cult, like actual demons that we fought and killed, okay? The 6 of us are badasses. We can do this. I mean, the 5 of you are badasses, and then I do the book stuff.
Your book stuff is badass too, and you know it.
She hugs her.
I feel like now Frey has to start crying.
She's kind of like, yeah, just like holding her. She goes, not gonna let them take you away. Okay?
Yeah, she sort of goes quiet for a while, and then she eventually says, you know, you're a good friend, Marina.
Marina's just crying.
Well, as we leave that very touching scene, Kez, you're going to the library to find a book on artificing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get there and you are kind of greeted by a half-elven woman dressed in sort of the blues and greys that are quite prevalent in sort of bureaucratic and administrative roles within the Kingdom of Loria and the Archives specifically. And she kind of walks up to you and goes, greetings, sir. We're just about to close, but we are open a bit longer. How may I be of assistance?
I was just, well, if you can fetch the book faster than I can find it, then I'll be out sooner than otherwise. I'm looking for a book on artificing. Just basic, you know, making simple rocks.
I think we have a few books on basic artificing.
Beginner's guide stuff. Not.
Will you be checking this book out?
Well, if you're closing, then I guess so.
And are you a member of the Archive?
No.
Okay. There will be a small checkout fee, but I'm sure that won't be a problem. Let me just go and find you the book you're looking for.
Thank you very much.
And she kind of runs off and is gone for about 10 minutes or so before she returns with a book bound in kind of blue leather. It's got this strange sort of pattern on the front of it that looks like it's embossed. And she goes, here you go, sir. That would be, let's see, 5 gold.
5 gold?
Yes, it is our small checkout fee for non-members.
Do I get to keep the book then? Okay, no, fine. That's all right. When do you want it back?
Within the next 14 days. Otherwise, there will be a fee on top of that.
Yeah.
You can check it into any of our archives across the kingdom and just inform them from which of our archives you got the book from, and they will see it safely returned.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much.
Happy to be of help. If you kind of runs back off into behind her desk. And you have a book on general artificing. Artificing?
What's it called?
It is called General Artificing. The basics on making magical items.
Okay, I will make. Well, go back to the invulnerable vagrant.
It's
vulnerable vagrant. And sorry,
not the big book of artifice.
No. Artificing for Dummies 101. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the first activity.
Okay.
Making
Roll
a
me
paper mache equivalent.
roll me an intelligence.
Okay. Oh, no, my dice. One.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long journey, guys.
Forget how to read.
It's the first activity is called making simple magic items, and it's kind of its little subtitle is turning small non-magical items into simple magic items. And then it kind of goes on a bit of a long rambling, kind of like several paragraphs of sort of the origins of artificing.
Those cooking blogs.
Yeah.
Turning like every textbook ever.
Simple mundane items into magical items. When I was 15.
You get the sense that whoever wrote this definitely liked the sound of their own voice, as there are like several paragraphs of the origins of artificing, how our artificing came about, who are the great artificers of history, before it finally gets to you want to flip through it, and then at sort of the back of this first chapter there are 3 steps to making the magic item, and they're not great, and you're kind of very confused by all this, and you're still like, wait, what is all this?
All the rest of the owl type.
Yeah, and you try and follow along, but you're just not getting it.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll carry on trying. I guess full night of not doing anything much.
Good book, Kez.
Natural one. I'm learning about Lord Radagast, who
the
made
great
the
artificers. It's just a long list of gnomish names. Just
Yeah, there are a lot of gnomish names in the kind of the great artificers of history. I would go into the lore, but I don't want to bore people with lore dumps. So instead, let's move to Hubert, who is going to the house of the family.
Yes.
And as you approach, you can see candlelight burning from within. There's kind of a faint layer of incense that's kind of burning and creates this almost mist that kind of hugs the floor.
Okay.
You see the familiar old priest, Sephan, and a few of his acolytes kind of moving about. some attending to some late night some late night prayers. One of the acolytes is giving a small sermon at the front to a group of congregated people, but most people are just kind of mulling about, praying and giving offerings in their own way. Seven's in front of the statue to the father, and he looks like he's talking to another quite old gentleman. What are you doing?
Well, I have some questions. So is there anyone who looks like they work there that Hubert could talk to with that isn't already occupied?
Yeah, there's a young a young acolyte, human male. He's tending to one of the statues.
So Hubert will walk up to them and be like, you know, daughter?
I think I'm gonna have to go. Not personally, no. How can I? Sorry. How can I help?
Daughter, help orphans.
She has been known to help the orphans, though. All of the family welcome those without a home into their care. Why are you? Are you looking to donate or?
So, family help give orphans home?
It's one of our programs. Yes, we help pay for and construct some orphanages around the city and in the neighboring area. Yes.
Why orphans on street? If you have homes for orphans.
Well, there's the war leaves many people behind, and it is I guess it's just and you see he's trying to yeah, he's just trying to come up with a reason why there may be orphans on the street, but he looks like he's struggling.
Orphans need house?
Yes, they do.
Get off street?
Yes. But as I said, the war leaves many behind, and we can only do so much.
So your orphan house not big enough?
No. Our orphan house not big enough.
Do orphans know about your house?
They do, yes, and we offer meals for those that cannot stay within the walls of our orphanage. We feed those that are hungry, and we try to those that are old enough. We try to find work, but as I said, there is only so much we can do. We are a relatively small temple, and as I said,
this house big. Why orphan not stay here? And he like looks around at the space.
well, we, and you kind of seem like begin to think that's a really good idea. Why don't we do that? And
I
he's
go
just-
get and Hubert's like, I go get orphans, bring here for sleep. And Hubert leaves to go find orphans.
He's like, well, hold on. And he sees that you've already gone, and he's kind of like, shit. Okay. I'm guessing you're going to go and find some orphans.
I'm just going to I'm gonna go out and find urchins and orphans and just say
Oh Jesus!
like direct them to the temple or lead them to the temple.
Okay.
I'll get food for them on the way as well.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me several things.
Okay.
He's kidnapping urchins again.
I'm not kidnapping anyone.
We need to start putting in a rule for Hubert, which is like a roll kidnap orphans.
No, he's not trying to kidnap them. He's just gonna
Giving
like
them food made them very suspicious. So.
He's improved from kidnapping. He's not kidnapping people anymore. He only did that twice. Once.
No,
Twice. Once. You did that
okay,
once.
First roll me a perception to see if you can find any orphans.
Oh, Jesus.
14.
Okay, you don't have to go very far before you find a group of what you presume to be orphans, kind of huddled in one of the burned out buildings. They're kind of huddled around a makeshift campfire. They appear to be eating something. There's maybe 5 or 6 of them.
Hubert will say, orphans need house.
They kind of look at you like, yeah.
Hubert, find you house.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. $12.
Some of the younger ones kind of start to move towards you before they're kind of blocked by two older looking kids. And they're like, what do you mean you found us a house?
Hubert, nowhere you can sleep, not outside. It's big building. They look after you. They family.
Your family's gonna look after us.
That's what they say. And like Hubert will like beckon them out and point towards the temple.
They kind of looked a bit surprised. And they're like, what, the temple's gonna let us sleep there for the night?
That's what they say.
They start moving.
It's big place.
They start moving towards it.
Hubert will go with them.
Cautiously. They
Hubert
are very cautious.
Hubert will go with them.
Okay. As you reach the temple doors, Sephan is standing there. And kind of next to and behind him is the acolyte, looking slightly nervous. And as you approach with this small group of orphan children, Sephan goes, it's you again. How may I be of assistance this time? I see you've brought some friends with you.
Yes. He say, family look after orphan. So I bring you orphan to look after this big house. They sleep in big house.
Well, of course, the family preaches charitable offerings, and you know, nobody likes to see children sleeping rough, but we have only so much space, and
This lots of space.
it's, I mean, and he kind of looks back at the building that's mainly filled with statues and places for people to sit and contemplate. And he's like, I mean, yes, technically we do have room for some children, but not every child can sleep under our roof. And we of course have the there is an orphanage where we house some of the orphaned.
But this house mostly empty. Room for lots of orphans in this house.
I can see your heart is in the right place, child. But we have a care not just to the orphans, but to everybody. And if we were to fill the house full of orphans, there would be no room for the rest of the city to come and pray and offer.
Do they come pray, offer all night? Can orphans stay nights? So not outside? Hubert, buy blankets. It's okay. They sleep on floor.
Roll me another persuasion check.
Hubert's finding issue with this religion thing. $15.
He kind of looks at you, looks to the small group of about 6 or 7 orphans, and sighs and goes, your friends can sleep here tonight. There is no need for you to buy blankets. We have plenty. Some of the older ones, and he kind of looks at the 2 older boys that are kind of standing the other side of you. I'm sure we can find some work for them to do. As for the younger ones, well, children are a delight. And
right, Hubert, go get you more, and he walks off.
Wait, wait.
So Hubert will try to spend the evening, gather as many orphans as he can.
The apocalypse is going to happen whilst Hubert is trying to save every orphan.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, roll me another perception check.
Right. Yeah, I'm welcome for you to see how many orphans I find to bring in one and like fast track it.
Yeah.
Hubert will.
This will be, so you'll roll perception, and then I'll have you probably roll something else and see how many orphans.
Oh, 7.
D100.
You got 7.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
If he doesn't find them, he's just gonna go around and ask everyone he meets if they're orphans.
Okay.
Oh, this is why he needs supervision.
Let's see.
This
That's
is not a
brilliant.
bad deed.
On your
No, it's
on
not.
your second
No,
on your
but
second
you don't
outing,
That's not what we need to
Do
be
about
doing
this.
right now.
you find 7 more orphans and bring them
Okay.
back to the temple.
At this point, I'm not going to like bring them personally, I'm just going to send them to the temple
Oh, okay.
and then carry on looking.
Okay.
And
yeah, you don't find many more after your second kind of outing, as yeah, most of the city is now kind of in that night phase. There aren't many people on the streets, and those that are on the streets are kind of hurrying back to their homes.
I feel like BC is really conflicted at this point. is this serious enough? Should I be going?
Oh, I forgot we had the
Are we
cat.
going?
yeah.
Oh no,
I
I've
figure out because
got to
of
roll for BC now, don't I?
But yeah, so Hubert's intention, I don't know, maybe he'll go down in infamy as a folk hero to orphans.
BC's a cat. BC's kind of confused about why Hubert's doing this, but he's not bothered because to him, bringing people inside is a good thing. But yeah, you spend the evening. You only find 7 more orphans over the course of your kind of 2-hour search window.
Okay, so I will after I don't find any more, I will get a bunch of food and take it to the temple.
Okay. Stefan is glad that you've brought food for the people you've suddenly shoved into his care.
Family looks after orphans.
No, yes, you've said that. Oh, there is quite a lot of them. As he's suddenly realizing that his temple is now more full of orphans than it is full of worshippers. And he's kind of outnumbered, as he only has a few acolytes. And he's kind of like, what the fuck? He's like, he kind of turns to you, and kind of has this worried smile on his face and goes, I'm sure the family thank you for ensuring that their lost children have a warm, dry place to sleep tonight.
How much do you need for how much money to feed till I come back?
Well, when will you be returning to us?
Hubert, no. Maybe get bigger orphan house. If you not want them stay in family house.
That is a good idea.
But
I will head to the city council tomorrow and petition an extension to the orphanage.
And Hubert says, how much gold to feed?
He kind of looks about and he's like, as much as you think is necessary.
Asking Hubert what he thinks is necessary. Yeah, Hubert will hand over all his gold.
Oh God!
Christ.
How much did he have?
1,485 gold.
What the
What?
What?
Where did you get all that money?
The priest.
He didn't spend any of it.
Hubert doesn't spend any of his money. Hubert just gives it to people.
Oh my God!
This is great. This is why I love D&D.
This campaign is gonna be the end of me, and Matt too, by the looks of it.
Did the party know he had that much money?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
took a
Yeah, they
Yeah.
split it.
Yeah, because you split the gold the collector gave you, and you split it evenly. So you just handed Hubert a large quantity of gold and said, "Here you go, Hubert. Do what you want with this."
And Hubert originally went to the temple to give an offering, but then he was like, offerings seem pretty useless. I'm gonna go find orphans. And he bought food for orphans, and this is how this all started.
Seven tapes your offering, and his nervous smile kind of turns into shock as he's just handed all of this gold, and he's like, well, that is a generous, mighty generous offering. I'm sure this will go to many a good cause.
Nope, just the orphans.
Right. Right. Just the orphans. And he kind of takes it and slightly bows, stroke, nods to you, and just goes, well, the family are grateful for your offering. I will make sure that these orphans are taken good care of.
Hubert turns to one of the orphans. You can let me know what the nearest orphan's age is.
9.
Okay. It says, you stay. He give food. He give place stay.
This 9-year-old just kind of looks up to you and goes, okay. Before running off and playing with his friends.
Yeah, and Hubert will go back. He'll leave.
Cool. So you have no more money, obviously.
Nope.
Is there an equivalent of a low jack in this game? I think we need like a child tracker thing on Hubert. We could just see where he goes.
He's trying to figure out his faith.
Yeah. Hubert is so lovely and sweet. The decisions he makes are insane.
Okay. Well, that
decisions he makes are highly questionable, and I love it.
That all happens.
Right.
The evening continues. You guys, Marisk and John finish your drinks, retire for the evening. Kez, you kind of stay up for an extra couple of hours, pondering over this book, still very confused.
Getting anywhere.
Hubert, you feel great. You helped orphans. You found them a home. You're on cloud 9. Free and Marina.
The other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I would say before we go to sleep, Marina is going to take the time to basically put up a bunch of magical defenses because they obviously know what room we're in.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to cast an alarm across the door, all of the windows, and then she's going to push the 2 beds up against the door, take all of the bedding off and put it on the ground, and then set up the dome inside the room so that we can sleep inside that.
Okay.
Because they clearly know which room we're in, so I'm going to make it as difficult as possible for them to get to us during the night, if they try anything.
You do that. You all have a peaceful night's sleep. Nobody breaks into Free Marina's room in the night.
Good.
You will awake the next morning, and as you descend into the breakfast hall, you see 2 individuals. Both look like they're waiting for someone. One, a young female halfling dressed in plain blue and white robes of an official. She kind of has a clipboard strapped to her side, and like a satchel over the other shoulder filled with what look like letters and notes. The other individual just looks like somebody pulled off the street. They're kind of gruff. Their clothes don't really match. They're torn. And he's holding just a single thing of like a single sealed envelope. And as you both descend, the halfling woman kind of goes, excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know a Hubert von Worthingham, would you? I have a letter here for him.
Okay. Why is everyone getting notes all of a sudden?
I'm not getting any
Hey, this one's
letters.
not for me. I'm fine with it.
Wait, have we all come down, or is it just Marina and Free,
I'm guessing you guys have all come down at the moment. Yeah,
including
kind of all come
Hubert?
down.
Or is Hubert somewhere else?
Hubert's with you.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that I've ordered a drink, but I then can't pay for it. So
Yeah.
I'll say I know Hubert. I can give him the letter.
Excellent. Here you go. And she hands you a just an envelope. It's not sealed.
Okay, I take it. I go. Okay, thank you.
Excellent. And she immediately runs off.
I'm gonna walk over to Hubert and just go, Hubert, you got a letter.
Hubert no read letters.
I know Hubert no lead letters. I've got the letter. I can read it for you.
Okay.
You open it and you see gruff handwriting. And I will read this letter out, as I'm guessing you're reading it out for the whole group. So no secrets.
Sure.
The letter reads, Hubert, it's good to hear from you. Glad to hear you found a group of people to take care of. We're all doing fine. The lads send their wishes. Captain sends her regards. She would have written this herself, but she's off arguing with the mercenary liaison officer about our role in the upcoming battle. I'll tell you something, Hubert. You've dodged an arrow not being here. This war looks like a bloody one. Don't know what you've heard, but it's bad. Anyway, you know the rules. Can't talk about tactics in case this gets intercepted. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. And then it's just signed Norm.
Norm.
Norm. Do you know a Norm, Hubert? Do you know anyone called Norm?
Do I know anyone called Norm?
Did you recognize the name? Because Hubert can recognize names. You would know Norm as the male dwarf and second in command to your old mercenary group, the Broken Chain.
Hubert used to work with.
Well, it sounds like they're
why Norm write Hubert?
I don't know. Didn't you write a letter to someone not too long ago? Did you maybe write to them?
Hubert looks at Marina and laughs at her. Hubert write letter.
Well, you sent a letter. You remember when we got drunk that night?
That was a fun day, wasn't it?
You
Hubert.
sent a letter to someone.
Hubert. Pay.
Yeah, that's right.
Lots.
That's right.
Hubert no remember.
No.
Letter.
I know, but I remember you paid. We kind of went back the next day and we traced our steps to see where we went, and you went to the was it like the post office, and I think you must have paid someone to write a letter for you and you sent it. So maybe this is a response to that.
Didn't you guys also go to the archives? But I can't for the life of me remember what you did.
Please don't.
Hubert no
I have to
remember
make fun
right.
of my
Norm.
friends, don't I?
No, I've just. Yes, that did happen as well. Sorry. Yes, Hubert.
Hubert no remember right. Norm.
I know you don't remember writing the letter. But do you remember the day after? It was that day where we all got really drunk, and you and I we went and we were like trying to find out what happened because we couldn't remember.
Hubert, yes.
And we found out that you had sent a letter somewhere.
So this letter from what Hubert sent.
That's what it sounds like, yeah, from one of your old army buddies.
Sounds like lots of mess.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Sounds like there's a lot of bad things going on in this war.
Should we go help?
I think what we're doing is more important.
What we doing?
With the cultists. Trying to find the cultists. Trying to
Yes.
stop them. That's more important because whoever wins the war, the cultists are trying to destroy everything. So we've got to,
Yes.
We've got to make sure that even after the war, there's still a world left to save.
Yes, we know find cultists.
We haven't found any in a while, but I think that's what we got to start moving towards today, is deciding where we're going to head next.
Good plan. And he pats Marina on the back.
Okay. But it was nice of your army buddy to write back to you. He seems to be. It seems like they liked you. That's nice.
Yeah. Must be. Yeah. Hubert, no kill Norm.
No.
So Norm, no reason not like Hubert.
Well, I mean, that's... I feel like maybe you should have higher standards for who you like than just those that don't kill you.
I mean, you guys aren't really ones to talk. Not you, Marina, so much, but I mean, I've almost killed half of you, and you still, for some reason, like me. So.
Yeah. Well, let's not open up these rabbit holes. It's good though. I think this at least was. It sounds like it was a nice letter. So.
Hubert, maybe write back.
We can write back if you want. Is there something you'd like to write back?
Maybe tell Norm Hubert can't be help. Hubert need kill cultists.
Okay, that's fine. I tell you what we'll do is before we leave the city, we'll sit down. We'll write out a letter with all that in, and then we'll post it out to them before we head off.
Are we sure it's a good idea to put the cultists in the letter?
Marina kind of looks and goes, "We'll word it in a way that it's safe. Don't worry, we've got we can do this. It's fine."
Yeah, I think I know what your plan is, but
basically going to keep it vague and just let them know that Hubert is doing some very important work, and that really important work means that he can't come to the front lines right now.
Oh, I thought we were relying on the fact that Hubert couldn't read to see what you were actually putting in the letter.
No, it's fine. I'm going to write down what Hubert wants to say, but I'm just going to make sure that whatever we put in is safe to put in, and that it doesn't, because if the letter gets like intercepted or anything like that, we want to make sure that if it gets into the wrong hands, there's nothing in there that they can use to, do damage or hurt us.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with that point. That all sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it's fine. But we can do that before we leave. I believe some of you guys want to go and pick up some items that you had done, and Frey and I need to go and speak to that person as well, because there's an item that we need to get to.
What was the second guy there for?
The second guy is just kind of waiting for a moment when it looks like you're free.
Okay.
Okay. And he kind of like slowly waddles up to me and goes, I think this is for you. It's from a what do you call it? An acquaintance, a friend of both of us. He wanted you to have this, and he kind of hands you a note.
And hands who?
Just whoever will take it.
I'll take it.
Okay. And then he immediately runs off again.
Thank you.
What does it say?
What does it look like?
It looks like a folded, like, note.
Oh, non-envelope. Okay. What does it say?
Written in flowery and very flowing letters is a note that reads, "To the adventurers known as the Broken, this letter is to thank you for all that you have done for me over the last month or so, and is to invite you to join me on the next phase of my adventure. You will be paid well for your efforts, of course. If you would like to take me up on this offer, I will be waiting outside the city walls at the entrance to my home until midday today. If you decide to go your own way, I understand, and have arranged a meeting between yourselves and the new management." And then it's signed The Collector. And then underneath, in postscript, it reads, "P.S. As a token of good faith, I have enclosed a list of names you may find interesting, as I heard you were still investigating the strange cult."
That is good. That list of names is would be really good. What do you guys think?
Wait, does the note have the list of names, or is it
Yeah.
something to pick up? Is there any name that we recognize?
No. Though that is the list of names.
Oh, in this one? Oh, great.
So we have the list of initials.
This appears to be the names.
Yeah, and so we had AB from Riverton, so that's Antoine Bowling. JN is not there, but we knew
Oh,
who that was.
there's two Chief Justices in Burgate.
Or JN could be Justice Nevergrad.
Could be.
No, it's Chief Justice JN. What was written in the list? Chief Justice NC of Moscow. That's there.
Yeah.
Monka.
Yeah. What was that?
Is that one of the ones we renamed?
Yes. Yeah, it's Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah, sorry.
And then Francis Vera of Colton. Yeah, that's in there. Brendan Avis of Nighthold. So there's still FO of Rivia, who we think might be Fabius Aurelia.
Got that. That was
Riss.
Riss.
Did we?
Fabius Aurelia. Or Francis Olin.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Lord Aurelia, wasn't it?
Lord Aurelia, yeah. Okay,
No,
so...
Who loved us by the end.
Yeah.
Did we break into his house? We did break into his house.
Yeah, and vandalized his expensive.
Yeah,
like,
I remember. Oh, we have so many people try and kill us.
Yeah.
Yes, at least I lose track of how many people try and kill us.
It's best not to count. Okay. Well,
Aurelia's still alive though, because didn't he just teleport off somewhere?
Yeah, Aurelia is still alive because he bamfed.
Yeah, I have a spell now which should help prevent that from happening in future. But he did get away then. Okay, so
we've got the full names now. That helps.
We've got some full names, which is really handy. So what do you guys want to do then? Like, do you want to go and speak to him, or shall we just continue focusing on the cult?
We're
He paid up a lot of money, so maybe speak to him.
I guess it depends on what he wants.
That is true.
I guess we could talk to him about what he wants, and if it's not too out of the way and too much trouble, it's not a bad idea. But at the same time, we are kind of playing fast and loose with
The law.
with our time, and these people. There's one here in Burgate. Kill Nevergrad. We haven't.
You've dealt with him.
Have you guys dealt with him already? Okay.
Yeah, he was the first one you guys dealt with.
Okay, so he's sorted. We don't need to worry about him. So
Why do I not remember that happening?
That was the one.
He
in the
was the
courtroom.
one that when you first met Marina and John in the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you burnt down.
After we exploded the.
After you exploded the city and burnt down a quarter of the.
After we watched the thing explode,
Yeah.
we narrowly.
That was not.
escaped
Yeah,
the city.
that was not our fault. Remember?
I mean,
Okay, aside from the fact that it was entirely our fault.
you were the ones that set fire to the building full of explosives.
Yes, we all were the ones responsible for that, weren't we, guys?
Well, I mean, John and I weren't even here at that point.
Yeah, we weren't there.
We weren't part of the group when that happened.
No, but you still know exactly whose fault that was.
Yeah,
I could hazard a guess.
Could definitely guess. Let's not worry about that. Okay, so we've got this list.
So who's the nearest one then? So we can go set them on fire. I mean, talk to them.
Moss. No, Colton is in the north.
Oscar's there. Colton's nearest.
Yeah, and there's also a warehouse in Colton, so within the walls. We have a lead there on their hideout.
So let's make our plan to head to Colton.
Yeah.
Who is collecting magic items today?
Marisk is collecting one, and I'm dropping one off to be
So-
done by tomorrow.
Marisk is. Oh, you need another day. Okay. That's fine. So, if you guys are doing that and oh goodness, I'm gonna say something really stupid.
You're about to split the party.
Well, it's not so much that I'm about to suggest splitting the party. It's about how I'm about to suggest splitting the party. Because Marisk and Kez, you both have to go and sort out your items at the magic shop. I want to take Frey to the magic shop as well to get an item.
So John and Hubert.
That's
your idea.
Maybe John and Hubert could go and speak to the collector outside the city walls and find out what his job is.
I'll tell you what.
No.
I'm just going to collect. I'll go with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not going to spend a lot of time there. We're just dropping off.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we're not sending those two off.
Why not? The Adventures of John and Hubert.
Right, what can go
okay,
wrong?
no, all you have to do is go and speak to him, find out what he wants, and come back to us and tell us what he says.
Look. The shop
Yeah.
is here.
They go off and murder
Yeah.
people.
Almost on the way. Let's do it
No,
together.
when send.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing, Marina. I'm not an idiot.
Harris and Kez, can you supervise them, please?
I'll go with you.
The children need supervision.
Hey, I've
Hi,
got my
Bowsley.
babysitter. You guys need yours.
It's just like 5 in the evening. Did you get the information we need? Oh, we were supposed to do that. We did something completely different. We went to Hubert in a fighting competition, which he won. He's very good at it. Then I got into a drinking contest with a wizard, which I lost. And then we set a warehouse on fire.
Yeah,
No, you can't do anything.
To
No, I'm
be fair,
definitely going with you.
to be fair, if you guys went off to go and speak to somebody and that's what you ended up doing, I would not be surprised.
I don't think any of us would be.
Yeah, no,
This
I'd
is
be like,
fine.
oh, okay, well, no, this is
Maris,
all.
your item's paid for, yes?
Yep, all done.
Okay, wonderful. I tell you what, she takes out a piece of parchment. Just write a little note and sign it saying that I can collect the item on your behalf. And then maybe you go and speak to the collector.
Not a problem.
And I only say this because we've been streaming for an hour and a half, and a huge chunk of that was Hubert rounding up orphans.
And another chunk of that was a long introduction that wasn't actually broadcast.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I also haven't.
We're very professional.
I just think it's so funny how many of us in the party are liabilities.
I mean, the whole party's a liability, let's be honest.
There is a definite 50-50 split, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like you send John, Hubert, and Frey off somewhere.
Oh god, everyone died. Last time we started a war, this time we will start the apocalypse.
We end the war by killing everyone.
Yeah, technically the war's over if everyone's dead.
Can't be a
There's
world
no war,
war
we've
if
brought
there's
world
not a
peace.
world.
There's just this giant mushroom cloud in the distance, and Marina, Kez, and Mara standing there looking at it, going like, "We should have never left those three alone, should we?"
Oh look, that'll be
crap.
operating.
Just John running up to her, just going, before you say anything, this is not entirely my fault.
It's not what it looks like. Okay, it's entirely what it looks like, but anyway.
I've written Marina a note that gives a description of the crossbow, the
Okay.
enchantment that was requested, the amount I paid for it, and permission to pick it up on my behalf with my name.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So, who's going to the Broken Wand to pick up magic items?
Marina
Cool.
Oh no. Wait,
So-
we are. Is that where we're going? I got confused.
Yeah.
We're going there. Yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay. Let's do that first because that will be quick and easy.
So yeah,
So
Marina
you-
wants to try and get an
yeah.
item while she's there.
You managed to pick up Marisk's magic item,
Yep.
and Kez, to your surprise, your magic item is ready as well. Opal kind of saying,
I didn't leave it with her
"Who did
because
you
I
leave
used
it
it on
with?"
the hag. I kept it with me and I was going to drop it off when she finished.
Oh, that was right. That was right. So you can drop that off.
Mhm.
And she says that she'll have that ready for you by the evening.
Oh, great.
Also, then before we go, would you happen to have an item? It's called an Amulet of Proof against detection and location.
Opal kind of looks at you and goes, "I can have a look. Items with that kind of protection magic have largely been requisitioned by the military."
I mean, it's more of a kind. I guess it'd be more of a thing that someone in espionage would use rather than a soldier. But it's for us, it's for protection.
Well, I'm sure that's why they requisitioned those kinds of items. I can have a look, but as I said, I might not have it.
Great, because Marina is like, see, I told you I was gonna die.
No, you're not going to die. Okay, if it's not here, we'll find it somewhere else, or I'll get ingredients and I'll make one. Okay, we're not.
You can do that?
I mean, anyone can. It's a bit of a process. It'll take like a couple of weeks or so.
I'd say Kez would be able to make one, but seeing the speed he's going through that book.
Excuse me, it's really difficult.
Hold on.
Let's see you make
Yeah,
one.
yeah, let's go with that, mate.
She comes back with a small silver necklace. On the end of it, there is sort of like the symbol of an eye, though it's closed. She goes, "You are in luck. My last one has yet to be requisitioned and is not on the list. So
Great.
you're free to buy it."
Yes, absolutely. We would like to buy that.
There you go. One Amulet of Protection from Divination.
Great.
Yeah, how much are we talking?
You said it was uncommon, yes?
It is uncommon, yes.
Got to go to my table.
So it would be between 101 gold and 500 gold.
She kind of looks at you for a moment before going. With it being the last one, and with them being highly sought after by the crown, I'm afraid I can't part with this one for any less than 400 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd just rather die, you know.
Frey.
Love die rich.
Frey. I've got 200 that I can give you.
I mean, I've got 6, so.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently I'm rich.
Well, then between the two of
I spent a bunch of money on spells.
Hey, I spent a bunch of money on this beauty.
Well, let's get you an item that might actually be useful. Okay.
Don't speak ill of my wonder parties.
Free people.
Let's see how much I can use it before it explodes.
People are coming for you. Come on, it's 400 gold. I'm happy to put up 200 if that's what it's going to take to get you to buy this thing.
No, I will begrudgingly pay this.
You hand Opal the money, she hands you the magic item, and you are now protected from divination magic.
It does require attunement, but it's yeah.
Cool.
You said it was the Amulet of Proof against detection and location.
Yes, that's correct. And basically means that spells like divination spells like scrying, locate person, and things like that have no effect on you or anything on your person.
It's super useful.
Yeah.
That's definitely useful when you're on the run from crazy psychotic people. Oh, D&D Beyond has changed their inventory. I don't like it.
Anyway, so while you're sorting that out, yeah, as I said, Kez, Opal tells you she can have your magic item done quicker than previously thought, which is nice. But now let's cut to the other half of the party, who leave the city and make their way round to the secret entrance that leads to the underground tavern known as the Hooded Lantern. And you see, just off the road, hidden by the trees a little bit, is a cart. You see horses pulled up, and you see a few people kind of stacking things on the cart. Next to it, you see 3 cloaked figures. The recognizable outlines of the 2 elven bodyguards, eyes and ears, and the tiefling form of the collector. And as you're kind of approaching, you see ears kind of nudge the collector a bit. He turns around and he goes, "Ah! You got my letter. Excellent. I wasn't sure if you would get it in time, but you're here. Are the rest of your party joining you, or has there been some kind of falling out that I'm not privy to?"
No. They're busy at the moment, otherwise indisposed.
Just making a few collections in town, shopping.
Bits and bobs, general supplies, stuff like that.
Well, you can wait for them a bit longer. As I said in my notes, I need to be off before midday.
What's the job?
I'm glad you asked. I need a band of trusted and capable individuals to accompany myself, my faithful and loyal bodyguards, to the World Spine Mountains. More specifically, a certain spot within those mountains where I hope to uncover something that might just change my fortunes around.
John just quickly looks over to Marisk and goes, "How far away are those mountains?"
That's quite a way, isn't it?
Yes, the World Spine Mountains separate the 2 southern powers of the Kingdom of Reister and the Nasari Empire. They are a very long way away.
We're talking like days, possibly weeks travel here,
No,
aren't we?
we're talking weeks of travel.
What exactly is the payout of this operation?
If I am correct, and I usually am, the payout will be enough money to see out the rest of your days in wondrous splendor. You will be as rich as kings, richer even. But that's giving the game away.
And if perchance you're wrong and it's a wild goose chase?
Well, then we all die horribly and it doesn't matter anyway.
Fame and glory or death? What do you think, Marisk?
I think we need to consult. That's too big a decision to make without the rest of our friends.
Of course.
It takes us away from our intended path.
No, of course, and I understand. That is why I enclosed that small list of names that I managed to uncover. No.
It was duly noted and greatly appreciated. This journey, would it take us in the proximity of any said names?
Well, we'd definitely be passing through or around Riverton. We certainly would be passing yes, Riverton. Let me just check my map.
We had it in our mind to travel to Colton next, but
that would be in the opposite
direction. Yes.
So,
as I said, I'd need to.
Riverton would probably be the only place on that list that we would pass close to.
Apart from leaving before midday, is your arrival at said place time sensitive as well?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I would like to arrive at our intended destination as soon as possible. But there is no hard time frame. Just as soon as possible.
And what danger do you envisage beyond the usual bandits on the road, etc.?
He kind of looks around at the people loading up his cart. I'd rather not say in front of people whose ears I no longer own. And he kind of motions towards the people stacking.
These dangers, may I just hazard a small silent guess. Are they of this world or not this world?
Oh, no, they're certainly of this world.
Oh, okay, good.
I just don't want to say anything in front of people I no longer have in my pocket.
Well, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
We've killed a lot of things.
But, as I said, we have until midday. You go and discuss things with the rest of your party.
Duly noted. You'll be here?
We will, yes. as I said, until midday. When the 12th bell chimes, we will be gone.
What route are you taking? Would you be able to furnish us with that?
We'll be heading south from here, heading towards Riverton.
Okay.
From there, we will try to avoid what the war is leaving behind as best we can and plunge deep into the Nasari Empire. From there, I'm afraid I can only tell you if you accept the job.
Riverton.
Riverton.
Currently in Burgate. Riverton's travel.
Riverton is
Silverfall, Riz, Style, Riverton.
Riverton is 10 days travel from Burgate.
Right. We need conversations. We'll be back. We'll let you know one way or the other.
Excellent. He kind of just watches you leave. The party meets back up. I'm guessing at the Honourable Vagrant, as that seems to be your meeting point.
Well, nothing much of any use other than he's heading to the mountains and needs our company for the journey.
Here's the interesting bit. Apparently, if he's correct, and these are his words, he usually is, the payout will be enough to live off the rest of our lives in comfort. So I'm guessing it's quite a bit.
No
The
shit.
other thing he said that if he was incorrect, we'd be dead.
Yeah, so it's literally either death or glory.
Yeah. Yep.
But on the plus side, I did say to him, the things that we'd be facing, are they of this world or any other world? And he only said this world. So I don't think we'll be fighting any demons.
We always end up fighting in one way or another, so I wouldn't count on that.
One of the journey will take us through Riverton, and one of our list of names is in Riverton.
It'll take us away from everyone else. Like, I don't fancy being super rich in a world that's been, decimated by a cult apocalypse. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to go back to the mountains, I think we need time is pressing.
Mountains sound nice. Go in.
And we've all still got quite a bit of money from the last job, right?
Yeah.
All of us.
Same.
So we've got 7.
Got 1,000.
And we've got the pot for the party, which is sitting over 600. So we're doing okay.
Hubert has
Really?
0.
Harris does double take.
Hubert has 0?
Hubert, what the hell did you do?
Hubert feed orphans.
After them
For the rest of their lives?
Then I
You're
thought
offering
spending
city
400 on
fees.
this was expensive.
Hubert's trying to count and remember how many orphans. Maybe 10? No, because he doesn't remember how many he helped.
Okay.
So that's
So
enough
14
money to probably feed every
Can
single
we
orphan.
possibly go where you gave money and maybe just, I mean, it's really generous, Hubert, and that's an awesome thing that you've done, and I understand why you did it, but that's
Orphans need food for whole life.
yes. Save more orphans in the future.
Yeah.
Hubert have all need. Hubert gave money to family, so for orphans, it's okay.
I don't think you're going to win this one.
Was it the church, Hubert, the one that you've been to before? The temple?
Now Orphan House.
Understood.
Okay. Okay. And how exactly did it become an orphan house? I feel there's a story to this.
Orphans sleep in Orphan House.
Do you mean an orphanarium? Or orphanage?
No. Family has big house. So Hubert pay for orphans sleep in family house.
That,
Yeah.
That actually kind of makes sense.
yeah, that's that.
Can't argue with the logic.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. That does actually make a lot of sense.
We sleep in the orphan house?
Yeah, why are we not sleeping in there for free?
Yeah, we have to pay for our rooms here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call 1,400 gold pieces free.
Hubert orphan.
Hubert's an orphan. I hope I'm an orphan by now.
Technically, John's an orphan.
I'm not, technically.
Well, you guys can't come in the orphan house then.
How are you going to pay for food?
Hubert hunt food.
Do you know how to hunt food?
He does.
Same as battle, right?
No.
While
Even
you're
I
all
know.
talking, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna get some supplies for food because we're obviously gonna need it on the road. I'm gonna walk out, and I'm going to head to the church, the temple.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man. Don't let Hubert know that you've done this.
Don't worry. Marathon plan.
You head to the house of the family. The modest
Orphan House.
Yeah, the modest plain stone house that's maybe from door to far wall 25 feet, and from wall to wall it's maybe 15 feet or so.
Kids hanging around, and
you see a few kids hanging around. Nowhere near as many as Hubert said he'd gotten.
okay.
You see a few people dressed in what are very clearly sort of like acolyte robes, and there is an old man in slightly finer robes that you gauge to be the head priest.
I'll walk up and say, good day, Father, I guess. I'm sorry, this is not my area of expertise, but...
Oh, no, just call me Sephron. I am the...
Maris, can I hold my hand out?
He takes it and shakes it. How can I help you this day, Maris?
You may know a friend of ours, similar complexion to mine, slightly green on the outside, large fella, by the name of Hubert. Simple yet well-minded character.
Yes, I do.
Heart's in the right place.
Indeed, it is.
We were having a discussion this morning over breakfast, and it became clear that he seemingly has no money left. And I get the impression that he's made a rather large donation to look after the orphans.
He did, yes, made a very generous donation last night.
I understand that. Somewhere in the order of about 12 to 1400 gold per any chance?
I haven't had the time to count all of it.
I'd imagine it was quite a sum to count. Yes, it would have taken time. Anyway, that was all his money, and he doesn't really have a concept of money, and his heart's in the right place, but his brain's a little bit behind it, if you get my meaning.
No, I'm fully aware of Hubert's situation.
Would you consider possibly allowing a small part of that back to allow Hubert to at least feed and take care of himself some evenings on the road while we're out and about? And I will take it in my care, and you can rest assured that Hubert will be looked after.
It was my understanding that he gave this money away to help feed and home the unfortunate youth of the city.
Yes.
And
where are they now? Because I don't see many of them here at the moment.
Some have decided to take the road of the family, to be accepted into their loving care and to tend to their home. Others have been temporarily taken into the charge of the city, while a new wing of the local orphanage is planned and constructed.
Understood. I'm not talking a huge amount returned. I'm just thinking maybe 150 gold, and still leaves you with a sizable sum, but also allows our dear patron to survive.
Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion, that's one. 18.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, I'm sure you, I'm sure your heart is in the right place, but
My friends.
I'm afraid without the, I'm afraid without your friend Hubert here to vouch for your story, I cannot turn over his donation to you. The only way I can return even a portion of his donation would be to Hubert himself, and I would have to hear it from Hubert himself that he did not wish to give such a generous donation.
Well, herein lies the problem, because Hubert would never actually say that, because Hubert has no understanding of the value of money. Something that I'm sure you're fully aware of, and I don't think you'd wish to take the advantage of someone that you're fully aware is not quite all there.
Sir, I can assure you that Hubert's money will go to good causes.
Yes, Hubert's money will also go to help Hubert survive and possibly return to give you more money.
As I
Last
said,
night you had nothing. A bit later in the evening you had 1,400 gold, or that order of. This morning you'll have 100 or so less. You still have more than you started yesterday with. Consider that.
as I said, sir, I cannot return Hubert's money to somebody who is not Hubert.
I will return it to Hubert. And I won't be asking quite so nicely.
That's a threat, sir.
No, I'm just saying that your position should allow you to assess the situation and make the morally correct judgment on your outcome.
I am.
I don't think you are.
Well, that is the beauty of opinions, is it not? You can agree to disagree. And he kind of just looks at you, his smile gone in his face, a lot more sullen.
Okay, take your way.
Good day, sir, and if you are Hubert's friend, tell him his donation is going to the right causes.
Only I believed in gods.
They are all around us. Their presence can be felt in all things.
It's funny how they're more often around when money's involved.
Do you walk away?
Yeah, slowly.
Okay. He just watches you go.
I'll go back and I'll find Marina and explain. So
he refused to give any of the money back.
Yep. I'd imagine it's in a chest in his room somewhere.
Well, I'm not going to rob them. That will just make life a lot worse for us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they know me there, because I've been there with Hubert before.
I just feel that they're taking advantage of his good nature.
I do as well, yeah.
I do not approve.
No, I think they're fully taking advantage of it.
And they won't like me if I strongly disapprove. and I'm inclined to feel that way at the moment.
All right, let's. Hubert, you gotta come with us to the church. Okay, I know you want your money to go to help these people, but you do need to have some money of your own. So we need to take some of it back. You can still leave most of it, but you need you need some money. You need your own money as well. You need
We'll
to
make sure you're okay. We're looking after you. We're not doing the wrong thing. The orphans will be fine.
Also, Hubert, you're an orphan, so if you're saying orphans should have the money, being an orphan yourself, you should have some of the money, right?
And think about it. There were 10 orphans. You gave 1,400. Okay? 10. They each get 100 gold. That leaves 400 gold. You could take 100, and that would still be 3 orphans left to help. And you'd feed them for weeks.
The maths that you just did like made him go like, what?
Just trust us. Come with us.
I know it's I know that you just want to be helpful and do the right thing, but you know, you still need to be able to take care of yourself. And I know what you've been saying, but there isn't always going to be things to hunt. You can't hunt when we're in a city. You need to be able to buy your own food, and you need to be able to buy your own rooms, and you need to be able to do these things. You really do. Okay? Because what happens if we're not around? You know, you've got to be able to do these things.
Of course, we'll always try and be around, but there's a case in point for us needing to be around.
Yeah.
Come on, bud. You know we're right.
Hubert, go.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy. You know that we would never try and steer you wrong or make you do something bad. We just want, we're just looking out for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we go back to the church to the house with Hubert in tow.
Okay. As you return,
Are we all going, or is it just?
I'm going. I want to see this.
I'm going.
Anyone who wants to go can go.
okay.
Yeah,
Also,
I'll
I'm
come.
clearly the
come.
most persuasive one of the group, so I feel like I might actually.
You all go. As you approach, you see Stefan look genuinely irritated that Marisk you've returned. He's like, look.
Marisk is very much happy to see his irritation.
I told you.
No, you look. Okay?
Oh God!
I know.
There we go.
I know that Hubert was just trying to do a nice thing, and I'm sure you plan to put that money to good use. But by taking all of Hubert's money, refusing to return any of it, you are doing nothing more than exploiting a person who has mental disabilities.
Okay, calm down, Marina.
So, as my friend had explained, Hubert needs some of this money to live. He needs some of it to survive himself. And I'm sure he will make many more donations in the future, but he needs to be able to survive to do it. So, we are not leaving here until you return the requested amount that my friend had said.
First off, when Hubert made his donation, I had no idea it was all of his money.
Well, you do
To
now.
think so would be absurd. Secondly, how was I supposed to know that your friend here was a legitimate partner of Hubert? I had no idea.
You mentioned him by name.
He may
Very
have...
specific amount of money, times, places.
This is
Hubert-
making Hubert very anxious.
Hubert seems like the kind of individual that introduces himself to any and all. How was I supposed to know that he did not simply introduce himself to this fellow before this fellow decided to try and exploit his goodwill?
I think there's only one side that seems to be doing any exploiting here, and like I said, we have come here, we have proven our point. In future, any one of us that comes in here the 6 people that you see before you are Hubert and his closest friends. Hubert and his family. And if any of us come in here to speak about Hubert or on Hubert's behalf, you can be assured that we are speaking on his behalf, that we are speaking with his best interest in mind, and that everything that we say is going to be, in regards to Hubert, legitimate.
Noted.
Good.
Hubert. He kind of turns, ignoring the rest of you, and just focusing solely on Hubert. Is it true that you wish to have some of your donation returned to you?
Marina's smart. Marina say so.
Very well. How much of your donation would you like returned to you?
Hubert turns to Marina and says, how Hubert know how much.
I believe the amount that Maris said was it 200?
150 to 200.
Very
Something reasonable.
Very well. 200 seems reasonable. And he kind of calls one of the acolytes over. And he goes, would you go and retrieve 200 gold from the donation jar? The one that is going off today to the orphanage. It seems somebody wishes to withdraw their donation, or at least part of it. And the acolyte kind of nods and runs off. And Stefan kind of just stands there looking at all of you.
Marina just has like death, like daggers staring at him.
So does Maris.
Hubert's going to talk to the orphans.
Okay. The orphans that are still there. There's like 4 of them still around.
Yeah, the ones that like, just because the whole situation was very tense for him.
Okay.
And says, what you do here now?
I kind of just, I'm one of the new acolytes. And he kind of very proudly shows off his new robes that look freshly laundered and better than the robes he was wearing last night when you found him. Yeah, me and some of the older kids, we thought, well, this place doesn't look so too bad, and you get 3 square meals a day, plus, we were a bit old for the orphanage, and the priest offers us positions here.
So, you no longer need house?
No. We sleep here every night. It's not great, the beds are hard, but hey, at least they're warm, and it's better than sleeping on the ground.
Good. And Hubert pats him on the back.
He falls flat on the floor. Kind of picks himself up and dusts himself off.
It's like pushing over orphans.
He's definitely moving away from you and like into like the opposite corner of the room. Okay. About 3 minutes later or so, the acolyte comes back with a small bag of gold. Stefan takes it and nods and pushes past all of you and goes directly to Hubert. And Hubert hands you back 200 gold.
Yeah, Hubert is like, Hubert, thanks.
Well,
I guess.
Family, thank you for your patronage. And I wish you well on your journeys, wherever
Enjoy
that
the
may
remaining
take you.
1,200.
And you.
What did you say?
Enjoy the remaining 1,200.
Oh, I won't be enjoying a penny of it, but the orphans certainly will.
Good.
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 Frey goes up and sort of puts an arm on his shoulder and leans on him. It's like,
He's already walked off.
oh,
He's already walked off. He's
nice to meet ya.
Yeah.
We'll come back next time we're in town.
Hubert, next time you're going to give a donation, because I don't want to stop you from doing good things. You're a really good person, and I don't want to stop that. But next time you want to go and give a donation, please just, make sure to take either me or Maris with you. Just promise me that, please.
Okay.
Okay? It's just we don't want people to take advantage of you, because you're such a really nice person, and when you're very nice, sometimes people try and take advantage of the fact that you're so nice to get more out of you, and we just don't want that to happen, okay?
What means advantage?
It's... Oh my goodness. So...
roll twice and take the highest.
yeah. He goes,
Take more than is right from
Yeah.
you.
When you're a really good person and you want to give things, someone who isn't as nice might try and take more than they should.
Priest isn't nice.
Mm.
No, the priest's a twat.
We just want to make sure. I'm not going to say that the priest isn't nice, but we just want to make sure that if he isn't, that you don't end up getting hurt, okay?
Hubert, understand.
Because we love you. We just want you to be safe and okay. All right.
Okay. And like Hubert just walks out, like his abrupt exits.
Okay.
Ah.
Let's go.
Well, it was the right thing.
No, it was. Hubert is... He doesn't have the sense to know if he's being taken advantage of, and he's too good. He's too nice for his own good.
Yep.
It's fine. We'll just keep an eye on him, and next time he goes to do something like this, we'll make sure one of us is with him, so that doesn't happen again.
Told you shouldn't go out without supervision.
Okay, I mean, I know, but...
Hey, I'm not saying I'm any better, but,
No, but you at least have the sense to know if someone's trying to mess with you. Okay, you're a bit chaotic, but you're at least got a bit of a brain behind it.
I think that's a compliment.
I'm teasing.
That scene was delightfully awkward.
Hmm.
Like just so cringe. All
In
about
my-
that. Like
In my head, I was like, want to torch the priest, you motherfucker.
I was thinking I was so tempted to say, John walks up and punches the priest in the face, but it's like, do I really want to punch a religious man?
No.
I hear that's very unlucky. I might have 1,000 years of darkness. I
the
don't
poor
want that.
guy.
Yeah, to be fair, the guy did have Hubert push 1,400 gold on him.
No,
Scream, give this to the orphans, and then he was like, okay.
It's
And then he had Maris, who he'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And who looks quite imposing.
Yeah, just like, give me gold. I was like,
it's,
but
yeah,
Delightful.
it still
I'm not
feels-
trying to justify what he did.
No.
I'm just saying it was like,
Okay.
okay.
It's,
So
it's resolved.
you guys return. Hubert, you have 200 gold back. To do with whatever you want to do with it.
Keep it. A little longer.
Kez, you pick up your bow.
Yay.
A little before midday.
Let's start making preparations to head to Colton.
Okay, so you guys are heading to Colton.
Colton to find cultists.
The
cultist of
and unless anyone wants to go south and die.
We will avoid that, and now that you've got that new necklace, they won't be able to track you magically.
Wait, what do you mean go south and die?
The war and the collector.
War and the collector and other things.
What do you mean other
Let
things?
him know either way.
No specific other things you need to worry about. Go away.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll. It's nothing that needs to be worried about.
Okay. And as you guys head out, you spend the rest of the day traveling. And as it's getting towards evening, the shadows are beginning to lengthen. You hear a snap coming from off the road. And these strange sounds. At first you think it's laughter, but it's more than that. It's sort of this just horrible chattering. And suddenly you see eyes beginning to glow on either side of the road as these horrible blue forms, arms twisted and deformed, eyes red, burning embers, their mouths open, and inside you see what looks like just burning fire. And leading behind them, black-robed figures. As you guys are ambushed on the road by these weird-ass looking things.
What the hell are they?
None of you have seen anything like these things before. And they ambush you. And that's where we'll lead off.
How far are we from Burgate?
Where are we?
You're on the road. You're about half a day's ride from Burgate. And these things ambush
So
you.
if we left about midday, this will be getting dark.
Yes. And this is where we will pick back up next time.
No.
In combat.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger is combat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm finally, you guys are out of the fucking city. And I can throw these things at you. I've been waiting weeks.
Does anyone want to go back into the city and just like...
No.
Yeah, let's go back to Target.
Left my bag behind.
Let's go back to Burgate and just like,
Stay
piss
there.
around.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Guess what number I got on one of my portents for today?
Is it 20?
No.
Is it
One.
1?
19.
No, it is a 19 though.
Oh.
So.
Which means
Nice.
a crit for the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, Jack. Yeah, you crit on a 19 now, Jack.
Yep. So, I can give John a free crit in this fight.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. Give John a free crit. I don't care.
Oh, Christ.
It's never good when the DM says that.
Well, it's good that I bought some adamantine armor, so I don't take critical damage anymore.
That is true.
No,
Very useful.
But thank you for those of you that are watching and that are watching the VOD whenever this goes up.
Yes.
This one was a weird one because we started late and now we're finishing slightly late, but we normally
trying to get this thing started today.
Yeah, normally we are quite good about starting on at around 8:30. So yeah, next week we'll start off by rolling initiative.
Nice.
And until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
Bye.
we will see
Bye.
you later. Thank you guys.
Goodbye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.